Mendeley Desktop. So Mendeley is a free reference manager that can help you store, organize, note, share, and cite references and research data. So what's so good about Mendeley Desktop? So Mendeley Desktop helps you to automatically generate bibliographics. So the best thing about it is you only have to click a single button, and Mendeley Desktop will help you to automatically generate the entire list of sources in correct citation format. And the next thing is, if you are a research student, you can collaborate easily with other researchers online. So the best thing about it is it allows you to collectively collect literature, share annotations, and otherwise share the load of research, which helps to get the work done more quickly. Okay, so next, Mendeley Desktop can easily import papers from other research software. So about this is, while most of the academic articles, it comes in the form of PDF document. So with Mendeley Desktop, you can designate specific folders on your hard drive to be watched by it, and any PDF that you copy into this folder will automatically be ingested into your database. So last thing about it is you can find relevant papers based on what you're reading. So Mendeley Desktop has this friendly feature called Mendeley Suggest, and it uses your personal profile along with a system that monitors which papers are being read and cited most, and it will suggest to you your preference reading list.
What is Taskade? Taskade is where remote teams get work done. Organize tasks, write product specs, automate repetitive workflows, and video chat with your team, all in one unified workspace. Simple UI for easier use. The UI for these apps is easier to use, which is not going to confuse a lot of people. Students who are not familiar with advanced application will like this feature because that make it easier for them. Organize to-do list. The to-do list is very well organized for you to see and look at. This will make students have an organized plan on what to do next.
Google Drive. Google Drive is simply a cloud-based storage option that gives you the ability to keep your photo, email, and other files on the server. Google Drive is also come with a suite for Office, so revealing the heavy weight from Microsoft Office, including Doc, which is similar as Word. Sheet can be used to alternative to Excel, and Slide for PowerPoint. You can even share this document and make edit in real time, so collaborating with your team has never been easier. So, Google Drive is easy to use interface. The interface of this Google Drive is simple, and that's make it easy to use for everyone. So you can download Google Drive in your laptop or in your handphone. Next, Google Drive is Microsoft Office compatible. You can open your Microsoft Office files such as Word, Excel, and PowerPoint in your Google Drive. So you don't worry about the file that hard to open. Lastly but not least, Google Drive can access your document from anywhere around the world. If you create your document in your laptop, you can also access your document from your friend's laptop, as long as you remember your Gmail and password. So, don't worry about file storage.
Now this is Microsoft Teams. I want to take a moment to organize you to the experience. Over on the left hand side, this is called the navigation, and we are gonna through each one of these to see what they can do. Now this one here is called Teams, and the apps itself is called Teams. So why don't we start with this one? We'll go through an example and see what that is. But first, we need to add a new theme. To add a new theme, at the very top on the right of this page, you'll see an icon that says Join or Create Theme. Let's click on that. In here, I can create my own theme, or I can join an existing theme. I recommend this app for students to use because it is one of the best platforms to hold a class or a meeting, because this can exceed 100 participants. Back over on the navigation bar, on the left hand side, the top icon is for activity. This is where you get notification about any recent activity from Teams meetings. On the left hand side on the navigation bar, the next icon is for chat, and the chat is deal for communicating and sharing in smaller groups. The next icon is for calendar, and here's where I can review my upcoming calendar. Back over on the left hand side, in the navigation bar, there are two more different icons that we are going to look at. The first one is calls, and this is where you can call other people in your organization. You'll see a history of all your calls. You could go through and look at your contacts, and you can even listen to voicemails. Down underneath that, there's also the files view. Here you can see all your files within OneDrive, and you can see all the files that you have access to within Microsoft Teams.
Best free apps for student. Best free app for student is Sticky Notes. Sticky Notes is an app that like the physical sticky notes, where you just write down what you need to write and stick it. This app allows you to stick your notes at the desktop so you can see it clearly and not forget about it. Windows has included a sticky notes feature for years, whereby you can create or place virtual notes on the screen to remind you of things you need to do or remember. The uses sticky notes for students is students will get to stick some notes on the desktop to make sure they do not forget on what they have to do. For example, they make notes on what they wanted to search for their assignment and so on. Secondly, it is easier to see. Notes that have been stuck to the desktop will easier to see, since that is what you look when you open your desktop. This will make the student remember every time they open their desktop about what they have written on the notes.
Is Google Chrome extension for students. We choose the extension based on how we think the extension will help students in completing their assignment. The first one is MyBib. MyBib is a website where you can generate your citation. It is convenient enough to use even with their website, but their Google Chrome extension make it even as easier. How to use it? Let me show you. First, go to your desired article or any sort of material that you want to use. Next, just click on this extension and click on MyBib. You can choose whatever style that you want. I'm using APA 6 edition. You can choose AMA, Harvard, MLA. You can choose anything. So
Let it generate. Okay, so it's done. You are given two set of choice, the formatted one and in-text citation. This source is credible, meaning that this website is credible to use for your assignment. And I'm just gonna click to copy this and I'm gonna paste it on Microsoft Word. So yeah, it's done. Easy as that. How to install the Google Chrome extension? It is easy. Just go to the let me show you step by step. Go to the Google Chrome web store. Just go to the web store and search for MyBeep. Search for MyBeep. And you're gonna click on the first one and add to Chrome, and you are ready to go. The second extension is Waiver Highlighter. This extension works as a highlighter for your Google Chrome. It makes your research more efficient. How to use it? Let me show you. Just highlight any part of the text that you want to highlight. For example, I'm just gonna highlight this and just gonna choose green and this one and another green. So you can add notes on your highlighted text. For example, I'm just gonna put introduction, for example, and both of these highlighted text is getting grouped in the same section. Let me show you. This is it. Yes, the two highlighted text is in here under the same folder. Malaysian fishery sector, it is the same, and the notes is here as well. So when you highlight text and you want to make sure this text like show what point, you can just write note in it so you don't forget about what this text tells you. So that's it for Waiver Highlighter, and it is recommended for students to use it.
Grammarly. Grammarly is an app for enhancing your English grammar. It helps you to eliminate writing errors and find the perfect words to express yourself. It can be used when writing on the Gmail, Google Docs, Twitter, and so on. To download Grammarly, simply use your browser and search for Grammarly. Then, click on the website and hit the Add to Chrome button. It will bring you to another page called Chrome Web Store. You need to once again add to Chrome and add Grammarly as an extension. The downloading process will start, and after it finishes, you simply need to wait for a new page to pop up any second. Once you have done that, you need to sign up by creating an account or sign up with Facebook, Google, or an Apple account to proceed. After the sign up process, you need to fill the personalization settings, or you can click the skip personalization button. After that, this is where we'll be using the apps to rectify the wording and grammar. For example, this underline instead of blue can be changed to blue underlines. Or if you're using Microsoft Word to write an essay, just copy your essay and paste it here to check your wording and grammar. These apps also shows the words count and the readability score. The higher the readability score, the better your essay will be. The last recommended extension is Power Thesaurus. This extension is used to search and view synonyms and antonyms. Simply select any word on any page and you're done You have the synonyms and antonyms right there. So how to download it? Just like Grammarly, you have to enter a website called Chrome Web Store and search for Power Thesaurus. Click on it, add to Chrome, and add Power Thesaurus as an extension. From there, you can click the Power Thesaurus and search any words on the search box for their synonyms or antonyms, or you can just go directly to their website page by clicking this. Search any word you want and you are done.